I like him already. Okay. I'm behaving. Hey guys, welcome to On the Porch. Oh.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to On the Porch.
That's how she is, y'all.
Welcome to On the Porch with DNF. And we sitting here on the porch. We inside Baldwin and Company, the coffee shop. And we here with the lovely, beautiful Tonya Boyd-Cannon. She just came off, finished performing. Live performance. It was real good. We enjoyed ourselves. We had a good time, and it was good. It was beautiful. So as normal, I got my boy Kerry with me, co-host on the porch with us today, and we got Miss Cannon in the middle.
Introduce yourself, Miss Cannon. Tell everybody who you are.
What's up, everybody? My name is Tonya Boyd-Cannon, international recording artist and vocal instructor, professor. And here on the porch, where we chillin' in this beautiful weather. On the porch, only in the city of New Orleans.
See,
on the porch,
taste, yeah.
bringing that lower night war, that CTC.
This is a commercial right here.
On that porch with my boy D and Carrie. I said it right?
You said it right.
That one up.
They don't know that. They talk about me.
Dude. So Tonya, let me ask you this.
Wait, hold up, time out. My next thing gonna be, what I owe you for that? Cause that's gonna be the opening every show probably right there.
I'm gonna bless you because we gotta help each other.
All right.
Yeah, take that.
Dude, that's gonna be the opening.
Okay.
I was walking around the house today. I was like, man, I need an opening for the show.
Oh wow.
And I don't have one.
See how the Lord bless you? Just like that.
Accent and show. Don't have me shout because we just finished.
That's the opening right there.
Okay, let's do it.
But look, I do have a question. You know what? I'm gonna tell you this. This is my first time.
I love the aggression, and they don't know I box. So
when she told us she
I was saying,
she do a lot of.
Because during the show, she looked at one of them and went like, I was like, oh damn.
Yeah, I fight kids. Like it's a way of waking like an icebreaker for kids. Like, and they go, and, so it's like it makes the children laugh and feel comfortable. So that's my goal, is to always to make sure I protect my kids. Like my kids are adults now, 18 and 19. So I want to make sure that the next generation. My daughter teaches. She's in college for music education.
Okay.
And music and early childhood education, a double major. And so my mission is to make sure that our young people have what they need to be successful. Because right now we can tell the city is spelling out there. I'm just gonna keep it 100.
Yeah, it is.
But Tonya, I do want to get into that, right? About your teaching and things. But I want to also ask you, what is your genre of music? Because I mean, we had a little everything. We had a little like classical. We had a little R&B. We had a little jazz.
So let me ask you this:
it was all kind of.
When you felt it, what did it touch?
Shucks, it touched my soul. It touched everything.
I love this stuff when you start building.
You get it? I'm a soul artist. Like my mission is to touch here, no matter the genre. Because think about it. There's a song that everybody like to hear. They probably, man, I know y'all think I'm crazy, but I'm gonna turn on my song. And it's like, how do you listen to that shit? Like, what kind of song is that? Like everybody has their alternative sound.
Right.
But at the end of the day, music is supposed to touch your soul. No matter the genre, no matter the culture, the ethnicity. I love music, Western music. I love Indian music. Like all of that. Music is life.
You began touching my soul the moment you started talking about outside. You were just like, we outside. And I'm like, damn.
Beautiful, nice, and the weather is
It was dope. It was dope.
outside.
But look, I guess that's another thing. As I'm sitting there watching the show, right? I'm sitting there watching it, you jamming. I'm wondering, do you just come up with all that on the fly as the show started?
Yeah, I wrote that. I should have told him it was copywritten. Don't take my shit. I always say that first, but no, it like literally off the cusp. And I'm so grateful to God. Like creativity. Through everything we've been through, my gift of creativity has always been there and it's growing. So I have been singing like we outside all week, we outside, but everything else I just look at the crowd and just like
and just go from there. Because man, I'm sitting there, I'm like, she can't then wrote this down and said I'm gonna come out here
Yeah,
with
not
this.
that one.
No,
Not that one.
because everything was like so authentic, and it was just like
Thank
just
you.
really like.
So what inspired you to do like that, the soul music? I mean, you said you was a preacher's daughter, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I know you probably grew up in a choir, right? What inspired all this music that you're doing?
Oh, trauma, pain, hurt. Remembering what it felt like when I went through so much and what I didn't want to feel like again. So I wanted to create content that spoke to the positive side so I can remember and not go back to that place again, right? And I think that's the thing, like we talk about as artists, we're not given a space to be vulnerable. We're not given, we just want to see the final product and everything has to be polished. But we go through pain, we go through hurt. I've even had suicide, all of that, attempts and thoughts, and I've been through so much that I remember one of my last times of even thinking about it, it was something that spoke to me. So after, leading up to Katrina, I worked in the prison as well. So I left the classroom. I started teaching 1999 at Colton down the street. I left Colton to go to Lockett, which is in the 9th Ward off of Galvez, a couple of blocks over from Galvez. Then I taught at William France, which is now Achille. So during that time, I was like, I needed more money. My babies were young. So I went and worked in the prison. I was like, okay, they was like, you get good benefits. I was like, all right. You know, I was studying medicine. I was studying to be a nurse practitioner in middle school, high school, because back in the days, we used to have health careers.
Right.
That used to be here. So I went there. And I was like, I remember my medical assistant, my CNA, and my phlebotomy work. I remember that. So I'm going to go here and get a job. Went there, got all the benefits I needed to take care of my family. Everything was in place. An opportunity was given to me to work with the male choir. There's a male choir in the jail. So, yeah, the Voices of Thunder.
Really?
Yeah. So sometimes
in the jail.
In the jail, them boys can sing. Those men could. You would have thought you was at Motown, Cadillac Records, somewhere, because the way they sing was so good, right?
Cool.
So I worked in the prison. I worked in OPP. The whole time I worked in OPP, I would always tell my former inmates, I'm not the judge of jury. Do your time. Excuse me, get the fuck out. That's what I would always say, if you could, depending on what your charges were.
Right.
And some people, everybody's not guilty. I tell people, there are a lot of people that's guilty that's walking the street. You know what I'm saying? The only difference between them in jail and me is they got caught.
That's it.
So I would always say, treat people how you want to be treated, respect people how you want to be respected. And so through that whole time, working in the jail, working at school, working in the classroom, and there were nights I didn't sleep. So depression, stress, all of that kicked in. Fast forward, we moved into 2002, 2003. We bought our first house in the lower 9th Ward. My husband and I had our own vehicle. Somebody ran a stop sign and plowed me and totaled the truck, right? That was another hit. Then before my daughter, we lost our first baby. That was a hit. Then Katrina come, we lost everything. That was a hit. So postpartum, the babies were 2 and 3. Everything was, doing this.
Right.
So I'm like depression, stress, depression. Just take my life. I don't even want to live anymore. That's how I felt.
Wow.
Bobby McFerrin's album, Beyond Words, that was released, I want to say 2004, 2005. There's a song on there called Kalimba Suites and Invocation. Those songs spoke to me. Ever since then, I found that passion of just wanting to be free in music. And every time, I want music to touch me so much that I get chills when I sing, when I write, and that's what it is.
And I felt that today. Today it was beautiful.
Thank you.
From the moment you got on stage and you opened up, it was like you touched everybody's soul, because it was like, man, we've been inside for more than almost 2 years. And you touched everybody's soul at the beginning. Just what you said, you want to touch the soul, and they touch souls.
Thank you. That's my goal. That's my goal.
Because that was dope. And just watching y'all set up, and I was listening to the when y'all was setting up, and man, I was like, man, you find good people to work with. I work with you because at the time I was like, yeah, it just came or something like that, and he meshed like nothing, like you couldn't tell. He just came and started working with you, and I was like, Wow. So
Yeah.
it's that energy.
Oh,
that
absolutely.
comes off that make it real special. You know what
Absolutely.
I'm saying?
I think,
So,
I don't mean to cut y'all, I just wanted to say, I think people, especially church, we forget that God is an energy, God is power, right? We always want to, Jesus. Like sometimes Jesus just wants you to acknowledge him without having to say something. Just stand still and listen. Stillness is important too. And so that's what I believe in, stillness. I believe in listening. Because today was a true example of stillness, manifestation, and fruition. Like everything I asked God for today happened.
right.
And I'm just like, look, any way you bless me, I'm gonna be satisfied.
Right.
That's what's up. So I noticed, Tonya, like, I'm just jumping a little around here, but I noticed like you had one of these things like Fantasia, right?
Mm-hmm.
And who else? Is it Aretha Franklin that they got a? Which one got a sing with the shoes on?
Oh.
Like,
Auntie Pat.
That's what it is. Anytime she get on stage, but it make y'all feel so comfortable. You was like so comfortable, and you just kind of grab the room. I love that.
Well, I had shoes on. I had shoes on initially when we came out here, and I had to run home and get the keyboard. I was set up. I went home and grabbed the keyboard because my guitar was like, look, I need you to play with me. I was like, it's unplugged. That means nothing plugged in. Like, and he was like, no, time nowhere else.
You were just told because you went to Livingston.
Yeah, I'm from New Orleans, so I can't claim nowhere else.
Because you went
You
to
from
Livingston.
New Orleans?
Yeah.
No,
No,
and that-
baby, I got it tatted on me
No,
all day.
no.
You don't-
But see,
See how it came out just now?
But
It
see,
came
that's
out.
the thing. That's the thing. That's what I was just about to say.
Yeah.
Because you went to Livingston,
Yeah.
you were just born in Jackson.
Exactly.
You from here.
So here's the thing, because I got to give a shout out to the Delta too. Being a preacher's kid in the AME church, the pastors get moved around, right? So my dad was pastoring in Mississippi, so I was in Jackson born. Then we moved to Greenville when I was like 2. Greenville, Mississippi is the Delta, so Delta State, Valley State, all that's in the Delta. So I lived in Greenville for about 8 years, and then we came back to Jackson for 6 months. Transitioning to New Orleans. So we moved here in 1990. So that's all I know is New Orleans, right? When I learned the 4th ward and the 5th ward so quick because I stayed on Canal Street walking. I learned the East so quick, the Goose, the Checkerboard. Like you learn those communities, yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah, the fights that used to go down on the corner of Broad and Canal.
You was right
They
there.
were Peters. When Peters would come down the street ready to fight, like Dale would come. See, I'm bringing you back. I'm bringing you back. I'm bringing you back.
I'm just saying, I went to Foshi.
Okay.
I went to Winston and
Come
Foshi.
on,
I grew
Tyler.
up uptown. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
What year?
So, I graduated in 2000 from Foshi.
Okay.
So I'm probably like,
I didn't even see my school.
yo,
What's it?
Redeemer.
Redeemer Seton or Redeemer?
Redeemer Seton.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so she know it.
Yeah, because the Redeemer and then you had Seton.
Yeah, Seton
The
Academy.
female and the male, and then they came together. Yeah,
Intertidal.
yeah.
So, I know how I used to look because when we came on Canal Street, and I blue and blue, y'all downtown, y'all just backed the hell on up when we came through.
Now I'm gonna tell you something. I gotta
Y'all
get
just backed
wait.
up when we
Full
came up, when we came through.
band, the tarpons, baby, the way they used to swing. What? Now look, we going back. Old school, pre-Katrina, any high school you went to was the shit. I don't care what nobody say. It was the shit. Excuse me for my viewers, but no filters. It was the shit. Okay. Yeah, so it was like straightforward bands, music programs, after school. You had Yaya, Boys and Girls
yeah,
Club.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like you had all of these programs going on. Don't talk about Big Duck and Tambourine and Fans. My husband went there. So it's so much pre-Katrina that we wish was still here.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, it is so much. So look, Ty, so we in the school. That's where we at. I see you talk about your baby. About the teaching, just getting in the teaching. What made you jump into into saying?
My dad.
Your dad?
That wasn't nice. He was mean. Yeah, my dad made me direct the choir. He made me learn the organ. He made me do these things. And to this day, I am so grateful. I am so grateful because I can find a job anywhere. I can live anywhere and teach. Like I teach in Kingston, Jamaica, with the Uptown Music Theater and Downtown Kingston Music Theater, which is the partnership with Alfio Marcellus in Kingston, Jamaica. When I tell you I bring New Orleans over there, it's like Miss, watch on Miss, come, Miss. So the first year was Miss. I come back there, Auntie Tonya, me girl, me come back, me got me kids and me mangoes, and me akin salt fish, me TD, me Auntie Tonya. So
you pick up accents very fast.
Yeah.
I see that.
Yeah, but I love culture. I feel for me it's culture. So I don't care where I go. If the culture absolutely is love around me, I'm gonna embrace it.
Right. That's
So, hey, let me ask you talk about culture. We talked about a lot of stuff so far. Talk to me about the voice. How was that?
You know what?
How did you get on there?
I was gonna
Like,
jump into that.
What
You
was
came
that
first.
about? You know what I'm saying? Like, how did you get on there? What was the process? How you felt about that?
So I actually auditioned for The Voice 3 times. It was the third time that I got in. The first 2 times, like you were sending your videos. Because the thing is, what I do is I research anything in the industry when it comes to the voice. Not just the show, but the voice, right? The instrument. 2011, The Voice was launched. That show was launched. I was like, I want to be on this show. Didn't know anything about it. At the time, they were allowing you to do submissions of videotape. What was it? Videotape, just the application. And I think that was the 2. And then it moved to videotape, application, and then like private audition.
Okay.
Something like that. So I did the first time, rejected, second time rejected. Third time, I decided one morning, I was just gonna go to the cattle call. So cattle call is when you just show up to audition, no matter what the show is. If it's a cooking show, fashion show, singing show, you just do a cattle call. You download the application, you go to where they're located, and you audition. So I did cattle call. I go in the room, and this was a cold morning in New Orleans at the Ernest N. Morial Convention Center, and it was freezing and it was raining. I don't even know the date. I can't remember. All I know is I walked in the room. It was 10 of us, and I was like, I don't really need to look very much further. I don't want to have to go where you don't follow. So I sung the song, right? And the people was like, okay. Thank you guys so much. We need you to stay. I was like, yeah, I was making sure, like me. So I stayed, and they were like, we're gonna give you a call. So at the time, it was a brother who's in the industry that helped me out to get some things maneuvered. I got the executive call for audition. So this call, you go into the room, you go into a smaller version of the cattle call, right? Mm-hmm. They pick the location where you show up, and it's only by invite only. So you walk in the room, they got your name down, and you go. I walk into the studio, and the room is dark, and the light is almost like interrogation. And I go, okay, how y'all doing? I was like, I was like, welcome to New Orleans, my baby. What y'all want me to sing? So they was like, we have your recording, so go ahead. And I was like, it might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Because I always love that song. I was playing in my classroom with my students. And my prayer, August 2014, was my prayer and my best birthday gift. The best gift I can give was to get a call. And I got the call. And so they flew me to LA.
You always answer prayers.
God, what? You don't always. Let me tell you, I'm so dope. I'm so dope, and I believe God is so dope. I can't say what I call God because people gonna be like, Tonya, you can't say that, but God.
Right. I feel you on that.
That's my like that my dog. Like that's my boy. What? Like, you know, I was gonna get on my shirt, but I was gonna people be tying your teeth. So you'll probably figure. But.
That's dope. I ain't gonna lie.
That's anything I ask. My best friend. Don't betray man and God. And God go before me. I'm like DMX, rest in peace. God go before me. Look out for associates, right? Because all that other stuff. Yeah, I don't have time for that. Like, just be real. Because everybody else is taken. So be you, right? So I go and do the audition in LA, and I say, okay, God, This was around August, September, October. I said, God, I'll come back home. I was in the bathroom, I was doing my hair, doing something. I said, God, if it's for me, I got to go. And I went to the show. Because when you don't win the shows, I know I came home asking myself, was it worthy? Was I good enough? You know, like what was wrong with me? Because I was looking at the competition like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the problem? And then, you know, so you get home and then they tell you one thing and they do something else. So all these different things of trickery, the mind, it plays on the mind. So I had to take about a year and a half to get myself back.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it takes a toll on you because it's a machine.
Right.
You're getting up every morning, you're getting on the camera, you're standing for they want to make you cry. So they'll cue you to cry. They'll tell you to do this. Oh yeah, it's all part of the show. It's a package. So now you're bringing back trauma from past experiences that I got to relive. So now I got to get home and I got to replay all of it.
I didn't know that. So would you ever go back on a show like that? Of some sort? Not
I
that
would.
particular show.
I wouldn't even mind that show. But here's what I would do. If I would go back, I would be 100% authentically me. I felt like some of me wasn't there. Not to say it wasn't real, but it wasn't there.
Right.
You know, because it's still part of the machine. So you want to play the game like, you know, you play it like they're playing.
Right.
So I would, but I would definitely play my game, my strategy.
Cool.
And not dance.
Cool.
Yeah, because I went in with that idea. That's why I picked Adam. Because Adam's white. I'm black. Adam is a countertenor. I'm a contralto. He has fans. I'm getting fans. So it's a marketing strategy. You get what I'm saying? So you have to go in there with your own plan. So I went in there with that. But I feel like I think all the glitz and the lights kind of overwhelmed and took over. So I lost a little bit. Yeah.
Wow. So you know what, Tanya? Man, this was good. I enjoyed every bit of this. You know what I'm saying? We had a good time, but at this portion of the show, we do something. We do something that we look, when we do this here, you can't throw in no extras, no none of this here. It's coming straight from you.
Okay.
Y'all, before you get into this, I just wanted to plug it. We at Baldwin and Company. Y'all
All
probably
day.
can't see it,
All day.
but
I know we ain't got no juice
it's
in
on
Elysian Fields.
Elysian Fields, right across from
Malik, let me see your
Robin's.
cup.
Elysian Fields and
You got a drink in your cup?
Y'all, we on the porch.
We just want to show the cup.
We on the porch. Y'all know how it goes.
On the
So
porch at Baldwin. Over at Baldwin's and Company.
So, at this portion, we're going to do the top four. The top four.
Okay.
And we do this every week on the show.
Okay.
And the day, you know what? I think we ought to stick with the restaurants. What you think?
honestly, let us go with what she wanted. We gonna. So
No,
it's
y'all
your
say-
top, it's a top four. So it's your top four, whether it's restaurants, whether it's
You know
music.
what? But we
You're in the
but
music industry.
But we let her do it. She gonna come up with something that she gonna be able to boom, 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 boom. We need to come up with. We need to do something. It gotta be local.
Okay.
In the city of New York.
Okay.
Local.
Okay.
So we gonna go.
Karis, do the beat.
Do the beat. You gotta do the beat.
Okay, here we go.
Let's go. Hit
Top
it.
4 restaurants in New Orleans. Top 4 restaurants in New Orleans. Number 4 is Little Dizzy's. Number 4 is Little Dizzy's. Top 4 restaurants in New Orleans. Number 3, Sweet Soul Food, cause it's vegan and it's right. Sweet Soul Food, cause it's vegan. Number 3, we got 2 more. Let's go. Number 2 is Ducky Chase. On Orleans, Ducky Chase. Let's go. 6-4, Ducky Chase. Number 1, y'all know we at Baldwin and Co.
Oh, that was She like to do this.
So is the validation of whatever you say.
Oh, all right.
So instead of
That's
saying
not my
like,
name.
yeah, you're right, you go like, baby, that food be rolling.
Wow.
And it's spelled E-N with 4 W's behind it. Lyndon spelled it out for me. E-N-W-W-W-W.
Wow.
Tanya, it was so dope.
Thank you.
So dope. So dope.
Wow.
Just listening to your show, you sitting on the porch with us. I mean, this was super, super dope.
Wow.
Thank you.
Really.
Stop, D! Thank you for having me.
I'm still on that top 4.
I'm glad I've been her presence.
I'm still on that top 4. I don't think nobody be able to do that, do top down. Bro.
Oh no.
You know what I'm saying?
Now with the beat.
Yeah, I'm still on that top 4, dude.
Now with the beat.
What part of New Orleans you from?
Uptown.
Yeah, your the colloquials of Uptown is different, but you from Uptown too?
That's my brother.
Live.
No,
That's my blood brother.
he from Uptown, but you know what? He went to Redeemer.
So you had a different.
He went to Redeemer, and then he went to Mac. He went to Northwestern. So he lived in North Louisiana for a long time.
So you had a universal dialect that you're surrounded by.
Yeah,
it makes a difference because your colloquials are much heavier.
Yeah.
Your dialect is much heavier too.
See, I went like I said, went to Wilson, Foshi.
Yeah,
Then went to Suno for a little while.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So
yeah.
Shout out to Dillon University, Tougaloo, Eagle, Queens, Jackson State. Let's go,
My auntie,
HBCU.
she's a professor over there. I don't know if you know, Dr. Chambers
Oh yeah,
at Dillon. That's our auntie.
That's how I ain't too.
Dr. Chambliss, their auntie Malik. Dr. Chambliss.
Okay. Yeah, they had that restaurant uptown.
Uptown, that's my grandpa corner store. That was his corner store before that.
The corner store. She changed it to the restaurant.
Y'all, we on the porch, so everybody get in and on the conversation.
Shout out to my sorority, right? Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta plug all my people. You know?
So Tonya, I enjoyed it. Thank you so much for coming through the show. I enjoyed your show too. The show was beautiful.
Thank you.
You know, we saw you at the coffee shop at the Starbucks.
Okay.
For doing Essence one year.
Yes.
We saw you over there. And but look, man, keep doing it.
I will.
Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it.
Thank you.
I can get up.
Oh yes, love.
So, look, man, thank y'all for joining us today on the porch. Look, this show gonna drop tomorrow on Monday. It's dropping, and look, come check it out, man. On the Porch Podcast. Go follow us right now on the Porch Podcast, so you can be ready for the show Monday.
On the Porch Podcast. Bye.
Then, I like that. on the porch with DNF on the YouTube page. Go ahead, watch the other shows. Subscribe, watch the shows, so we can get it going, bro.
Go follow Tonya Boyd-Cannon. Tonya Boyd-Cannon.
TonyaBoydCannon. All social media platforms. See you there. And streaming. I sing everything. I'm sorry.
And she said she got something dropping. We heard a little snippet of her new song that she dropped, about to drop. It's already dropped.
No, it hasn't dropped.
It hasn't dropped yet.
Feel good.
Should have been here. You would have heard it. It was
And
super
it's
dope. It's coming.
You know what? Close us out, Tonya.
No!
Close us out on the porch with
In New Orleans, on the porch. In New Orleans, on the porch with D and Ab and Carrie. Love y'all. All right, stop the camera.